Can't say anything original unless we're recording.
Yeah, that's true. No, you're not wrong.
It's not real if it's not recorded and posted somewhere. That's what we've learned.
Look, kids.
Look, it's a
It's
floppy.
the save icon.
It's the save. That's so true. We were definitely not burning a Vader mask in Charles'
Didn't
backyard.
do a thing. That's why we did do none of the sort.
None. None to you. I believe you had strong thoughts on what just happened.
It's a wrap!
The amount of spit that just...
I saw
flung.
We wrapped up the season! We got it done!
Did you think this day would come?
No.
I did not either. We've been traipsing all over Shelby Farms and learning things.
Wearing skirts.
All for you. Yeah, wearing skirts. You don't have to pay extra for that.
Right. Today's little wee episode is brought to you by McAllen. I think it needs no introduction.
None at all.
We did get a double cast.
Definitely a mainstay.
Right.
To be honest, I'm not quite sure where this moment is going to be added. Maybe at the end of the final scene. We're going to close out the whole series with a close-up of the burning mask of Darth Vader, which sort of symbolizes, like, at the time, that was the first prop that I purchased for this series. We had lightsabers, but
Right.
it was the Darth Vader mask.
That was our first one that didn't come up of our personal collections. It's the first
I
one we
know.
bought.
Yeah. So it's fitting we burned it.
Burned it. Big send off for it. It's hit me in a way of slight relief. We did it. We're finished.
Mhm.
We did what we set out to do, and also a bit of melancholy because we got through with one of the greatest science fiction novels ever written.
It's true. It's interesting to me that we began this whole endeavor with a desire to bring happiness to people in the midst of very dire world circumstances. And we don't have to go into any of the details. The point is that we came together in a very dark moment in history and decided what the world needs right now is for people to treat each other like people and to help other people laugh. Not in ignorance to the bad things happening, but to say, you're a human and I love you and I respect you and we can work together and we can bring joy to other people's lives in the midst of suffering. When what we're doing is by no means what other people are doing. But this is like our own small meager contribution, you know, like we're not making policy, we're not able to go and completely change the world, though we're doing our best in our spheres of influence. But now, as we're finishing, there's still quite a bit of turbulence on a global scale.
It's changed. It's always changing. We're people.
Right.
It changes. We set out to do this for fun, for humour, for comedy, and I think we did quite well. But I think we got more work to do.
Absolutely.
I think there's more out there than just the old run of the mill, if you will. More laughing, less fighting.
Absolutely.
And what better way to tell the story than with Star Wars? People coming together.
Shakespeare in Scottish.
Star Wars, Shakespeare, and Scottish.
Oh, brilliant idea for a title of a wonderful YouTube channel. To you.
But what better way than bringing in Star Wars together? Its entire premise is built upon bringing everything, everyone, every creature together as friends, and having a commonality being science fiction.
Yeah.
And for us, it was a fun little thing it started and turned out to be something that we both grew to love and deeply.
And it's definitely, I mean, when you create something, and especially when you're creating something as a team, there's going to be times where you have to do like any good relationship. You have to do check-ins. You have to check in with each other and go, am I overstepping? Like basically you're trying to figure out how to even out the voices because you both, I mean, everyone's bringing ideas to the table and...
We got loud voices, both of us do.
What are you talking about?
We got loud ones.
That's a rap. That's why he does that. but no, it's fun to look back and see even how much not just we've grown as artists. Because when we started, it was literally propping up an iPhone on a stack of books, and we were just wearing whatever shirts we were wearing that night. We happened to be wearing these hats, and now, like, I'm just trying to say, I saved it for this. I never.
No beard.
Oh yes.
It was like sort of this when we started.
Still can't grow the beard he can grow. But my point being that how far we've come as artists in what we're able to do, and then in the people like Seth who've come on to sort of take it to the next level.
Cheers to Seth, by the way.
Absolutely, Seth. Could not do without you. We love you.
Love you very much.
But to also know that what's also grown there is friendship. And we talked about this at length, probably ad nauseum, is that friendship is a garden. Like, friendship is gardening. And our culture is so fast. Fast food, fast internet, fast cars. And friendship is gardening, and that takes time. And it's growing together, planting seeds and watering the ground and tending the earth. And that's what you've got to do in a healthy relationship. And we've had to have moments where we checked in. Be like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, let's establish that clear communication again. And we came out the other side. You know, I knew going into this project, I knew full well that if I was ever in dire straits, when you think to yourself, who would I want in the trenches with me? I knew for a fact I would want Charles in my corner. I knew he'd take a bullet for me. And I knew he wouldn't agree with me on everything, and I don't agree with him on everything, but the point is, I know that we have that mutual respect for each other as human beings. And so to be able to know that from the onset, but like any relationship, it's like the further in you go, the more you just learn to appreciate and respect that person. And just, all the more you just go, I mean, if I thought I knew the quality of Charles's character before, I definitely do now. Because now we're having to engage with each other as iron sharpens iron, we're having to create something and bounce ideas off each other and listen to each other. And to me, that's been the most rewarding part, is not just growing as artists, but growing as friends. Which is saying something, because you're one of my oldest friends in Memphis, if not the oldest.
Same with me. You are my oldest friend in Memphis.
Yeah. And cheers to that. Wow.
10 years in August.
Decade of life.
Indeed.
We were so young.
So young. I had a hair and no beard. How we did.
If I could find a photo and insert it here.
I got my hat backwards like this.
Oh my
I got that leather vest on. I need to be like, a hanky. I'm sweating.
Oh no!
Over here.
I never go anywhere without me hanky. It's something my grandfather instilled within me. I always bring a hanky, I always bring a pocket knife, I always bring your wallet.
I was the same way. Never a hanky though. It was always a bandana. We always had a bandana.
There you go. Mm-hmm. You never know when you have to rob a stagecoach.
That's true. With a knife and your wallet.
You get plenty of wallets that way. What a grand time.
Indeed. I truly am. I'm not really shocked, but I have a moment of, we did it. We did the thing that we just started as a silly little thing sitting at the table at dinner one night, in the midst of everything that was going on.
At the end of the day, no matter who's watching, and we love the people who are watching.
Indeed.
Thank you so much.
Cheers to you.
Absolutely. We love that you're here. Never want to insult you. We nothing but love for you. But to what he said, that it began as just two good friends getting together and having a laugh, and a good glass of scotch, and
maybe a few good glasses of scotch in that night.
That's true.
A few.
Some of the outtakes. We'll let you be the judge of how many glasses we had.
This whole thing started with us and having a bottle, and that bottle went quickly.
We all have regrets.
I don't. We made this habit.
True. It began as something, just two friends getting together and having fun making art, but just for the sake of laughter. That was it.
Indeed. It
And
was fun.
we've kept that, I hope. I mean, that's my hope, is that we always keep that, no matter where this goes or what this becomes, that we keep it just as that. Two friends getting together, having a laugh over a good drink.
Right, and the minute we get to the point where we get done in the night, my sides don't hurt. can't do it.
Yeah, I definitely know we've hit a wonderful moment in the night when Charles has his belly laugh. He's got this like laugh, gets higher and higher and higher. Ah, it's amazing. But I'm like, oh right, good, we've hit our stride. That's wonderful. I also know we've hit our stride when we get to a moment where he goes, we've got to cut that.
We got to cut that right there.
That's why we're never doing this live.
That's true. God, cut this, by the way.
That's the laugh. That's it.
I hadn't had one of those laughs until we started doing this again. It's been a long time since I laughed like that. It's the first one in a long time. It's my favourite activity every month.
Likewise.
Or this last one every week.
Yeah, that's true. Final gloss of the night.
Indeed so. Final thoughts, sir. I want to know your final thoughts on what we've done today, what we've done for the past while. With all of the things we learned, because we learned so much doing this process with this one, because we took them all seriously for what we were doing, and in this one we took it a step further. We all learned, including with bringing in Seth. We started to learn new things about ourselves. We started to learn new things about video editing. I challenged myself in new prop buildings, new 3D printings for our channel. With our costuming got more and more elaborate. Just wait, you're in for a treat with this last one.
Oh my goodness.
But we learned so much and we became stronger, and I'll be honest with you, it made me much happier. Because I got to do the things that I love to do with someone that I care very dearly about, and you, Seth, as well. And it was something that I never thought that would come around again. I never thought we would have the opportunity to do this, because this is a small little thing. Its only job is to make people laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Or to just make people laugh because we're just being idiots, no matter how much you're laughing
That's
at
it.
the thing. Clearly. That's what I am.
No one's questioning that.
But
And the Academy Award goes to, Daytime Emmy.
Daytime Emmy, what we get.
Cut that.
Whatever PewDiePie gets every year, we love you, PewDiePie. Sponsor our channel, we need the money.
Right after Tom Hardy calls them about being a Peaky Blinder.
Right. Why would Tom Hardy be calling me? It'd be Cillian Murphy.
You're the one who said it. You go
did,
back and
I
watch
did,
the video.
I
I said Cillian Murphy, and you said Tom Hardy.
Well, I was
Tom
trying to do my Tom Hardy impersonation, and it didn't even turn into either of them. It turned into the brother that Arthur.
Yeah.
Arthur. No, I think we are. That's my remarks on this. Is that I think we learned so much about different aspects of our work. You with more editing, me with more building, and just we both now officially have directed one another in a scene.
Mm-hmm.
I did the one with the Ewoks, and
Mhm.
you directed me in an entire spoiler alert music video. It was amazing.
Yeah, he's hoping. It won't be due to him if it's not good. It's me.
And I will be the one that makes the bed. Just wait till you get to see what we look like. Just wait.
It's
amazing.
And his future children. I'm
Peak.
sorry.
Peak performance. It's where we peaked right there. We did not peak at 18. We peaked at now.
It's true. If this is all peaking. Anyway, and to peaking.
Says you.
This sounds so wrong, considering we were wearing kilts. To peaking.
Multiple. 10 different ones.
Not of the same
There we
kind.
go. That many.
L for lots of kilts.
Lots of kills.
As far as my thoughts,
Your farts. I don't know about your
lots of my farts.
I mean, we fought.
They stink. Anyway. We'll cut it. Now, as far as my thoughts. Go. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, what did you want?
In a piece.
That's that.
Yeah, fine.
Yep.
I learned a lot about myself. One of the things we had to talk through was, I'm a verbal processor,
Indeed.
and I just shotgun everything out. I vomit ideas as soon as they come to me. I'm throwing them out. And so we had to work through, like, me saying it is not me saying, therefore that's the law of the land. It's just me just throwing out, what about this, right. this, and this. But I recognize, especially when we brought on Seth, which we're getting very thankful for you, Seth. Love you.
You do. You make us look amazing.
It's true. But it's his.
I'll save this one for the last one.
Of course. But I definitely had to have a moment where I realized, and you brought it up, and you were absolutely right to bring it up. And you were very respectful in how you did, and I appreciate it.
I didn't. I felt terrible because I felt like I was being too sensitive.
No, I needed it. And this is again where iron sharpens iron. It's like that doesn't happen without friction. And we had a wonderful conversation, and we're stronger for it. But I had to remind myself that's wrong. I had to come to grips with the fact that I had to let it go. I was so protective of it so long because I wanted it to be this thing that it had been, which was a balm for my spirit. I've been so weighed down because we met in 2020, and you do the math. 2020 was not a grand year for people, human beings in general.
We've had months without seeing each other.
Right. So I just had this thing in my head where it was like, I wanted to protect this, and I wanted to keep it, because it was so precious to me. And Charles was being so gracious and so generous with his time, and he's coming in, and I want to make sure everything's great, everything's right. And what I was doing accidentally is I was basically railroading everybody. Not actually, but I was he's very kind. But basically because I was trying so hard to not make it overwhelming for him or for Seth or anyone. It was I wanted to have my hands around it, and in my head it was because I love this so much, and because I don't want this to become something that we're going to regret and we're going to get tired of. But then it ended up becoming something where we had to address it, be all right. So for me, there was definitely a moment. It was the first time I sent a video to Seth, and then it was when we went and we shot that Ewok scene.
Right, yes, right.
Which is one of my favourite memories, by the way.
Same. It's I think it's some of my best work.
Absolutely.
So you get to see what's next.
Yeah, it's true. But that was literally like an emotional release for me. It was like a moment where creatively you just sense yourself just taking your hands off the wheel. But not because no one's got their hands on the wheel, because you recognize there's other people with their hands on the wheel. I didn't have to be the one doing it. And it wasn't something I thought to myself, I have to do this because they can't. No, I knew they could. I thought, I need to do this so they're not stressed. So they're not, But then to know that Charles is no, I want to contribute. I want to, invest in this and spend my time, my energy, which makes it all the sweeter. Because so I would say, as far as my thoughts, that's where I really grew. There was genuinely a moment where I was like, I have to let this go. But it's been so much better since I did that.
I think we've gelled more, all of us.
Absolutely, yeah.
Me, you, and Seth. Love that thing again.
Would make it so much for Seth.
Well, I agree, and I think that was a good conversation for us to have. And we had, as soon as we talked about our work together, what we made one of our best videos we ever made.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We just let our creative process happen.
Yep.
Still my favorite thing we've ever shot.
It's
Today was this. When you watch this, it's probably not going to be an all by any means, but today was amazing.
It was.
My favorite thing we've ever shot was in the shivering cold, making that Ewok video.
Mm-hmm.
It was brilliant. And we learned
that's just because you love Charlie Chaplin. I do too,
I
but
do.
not nearly as much as he does.
I love silent film, and
That's why you had a bowler in YC3PO now has a bowler, because he loves Charlie Chaplin.
Exactly. That's why he's a bowler.
And I was just looking for another hat that complemented it, so I grabbed a top hat for R2-D2.
Perfect.
I know! That's where
Perfect.
if we were going to make anything as far as logos, it would be with characters like that, where we're not actually using any Star Wars paraphernalia. We made the characters our own. Ian Desher, I hope you appreciate this.
What we do.
We love what you did, and we're sorry for
Amazing.
crapping all over it.
Please do make a Rogue One though.
Please.
We're gonna write one if you don't do it.
We are?
It's gonna be crap.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Please do
That's
it.
what I would have said.
I said it once.
Oh, I'm so proud of you. We'll cut that.
Probably.
Oh goodness, and I'll have to go home, and the first thing I promised my wife I do is trim my moustache. Because she's tired of kissing me and getting hair in her mouth. Which says something about the level of our kissing. Anyway. Oh no, it's the saddest thing.
It's very sad.
Well, I made it.
That's so good.
I promise.
His mustache. Look, let's talk about this for a moment here. Look, his mustache. He's been growing for what? 3 months? 4 months? Yeah. His mustache looks better than mine.
It's a miracle. Like, he's got the beard genes, and I've got the mustache genes.
It's not bad, but like, look at a beauty of like. Take a glass away, man. I said Maine, like a Memphian.
Maine.
But like when I drink a glass of whiskey, it goes oh, and I get this weird like Charlie Chaplin thing going on.
It's so true. Well, sir, it's been a grand ride. Can't wait for episode 1 to begin. That's going to be. It's confusing because we've got plenty of episodes, but we're talking about Star Wars episode 1.
Star Wars episode 1.
Phantom Menace.
Phantom Menace.
Right. In case there's any confusion.
We got some famous flags.
We do. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
We're going to step on.
Less things will be burned, maybe.
Which also, I got a thing. What is in a small little thing here, movie-wise? Why did they burn Qui-Gon Jinn's body on Naboo? I know why we burned Darth Vader. You know why we burn him? Because he's going to be eaten by the Ewoks. You don't want the savior of the Force to be.
Yoda was hungry.
Yoda was hungry.
Yoda was hungry.
But why Naboo? I think Nabooians are cannibals.
My favourite word is now Nabooians.
Is that what they're called?
I don't know, but
it's either Nabooians or Naboonites, and I don't like that one. Nabooians sounds better.
Sounds like something you hit in your feet. Bunions and Nabooians.
You get on your heels when you've been jumping too much.
Oh, I got a bad Nabooian.
Oh God! I got a Nabooian. Yeah, my Nabooian's acting up again.
Alright, a bit of wrapped up. Don't want to. Seems like that's the end of it, you know?
It's not.
No, it's the end of like one chapter.
We're sitting in me bar
heading
right
into another chapter. A wonderful chapter. Like all the lessons learned, and imagine all the lessons more to be learned as we continue to grow as artists and as friends.
And all the things we're going to be like, both of us learning new things to make us better.
Absolutely.
Right? We got new props to build.
Mm-hmm.
We got new technology to explore with.
Pretty soon I'll have a baby that I can randomly lift up and put in the scene, like with Fassa. I know, it's going to make an appearance. Be baby Yoda. Oh, I know. Oh, I knew he would. Whoever, if it's a he, but if it's a he,
if it's a she,
he's totally. They're totally going to be in this.
His baby's going to be named Charles Grogu.
To the chagrin of my wife, the baby will be involved in this project
and named Charles Grogu.
No,
mark it down. Mark me.
No, well.
The baby's name will be Charles Grogu.
No, well.
Love you, brother.
Love you too.
Thank you for all the work that we've done. You are one of my favourite people on the planet.
Likewise.
Thanks
you. Till next time.
Viewers. SpongeBob. Next time.
Songs!
Songs!